Hello everyone, how's everyone doing? I know it's been a while since I have made a video. I have been busy, but we have a video today, and surprisingly, it is a sketchbook tour. Nature is healing. I actually managed to finish a sketchbook before the year ended. So, we're gonna look through it. And we'll just start, I suppose. So all of the stickers are from like Amazon and Temu, which I don't shop on Temu anymore, just a disclaimer. But this one is from Mira Byler on YouTube, and she has a Shopify. And these two are from Zakira. She has her own shop as well. I don't think she sells this sticker anymore, which makes me sad because I really want another one. But so these two are from a shop, and this is from a shop. The rest of these are just from random places. The sketchbook is a Hobby Lobby sketchbook. It's a Master's Touch one. We'll just open it up. It's this one. Smooth Bristol sketchbook, 80 pages, 40 sheets, 8x8, 103 pound. More stickers I got off of. These Star Wars ones were a gift, but they were off Amazon. I found them. And this is off Temu. This is from a sticker book I got off Amazon. This came off a raspberry container. Temu. And this is the label for the sketchbook. So, I tend to start my books with swatches. I think I saw Mira Byler do this. I don't remember. It could have been somebody else. And I like to just see how the paper reacts. This is my second one of these, I'm pretty sure. But it's always good to test because paper can change. So this is just swatches. And then this was for a painting that I still have not finished. I started in January. I'm looking at it right now. It's about a little less than half finished, and I just never finished it. These were concepts for an acrylic painting, which I need to like finish that before the year ends. But yeah, these are just some concept sketches. And these are some concept sketches for Bunflower. She is part of my game that I currently have on hold called Bun Bun Bouquets. She's a merchant, and I just want to do some doodles for the game and have a couple of doodles of her. And then this is some sketches for a game that I did not finish for Pirate Jam. This is Azul and Sapphire. I'm pretty sure her name is Sapphire. And this was an idea for like a wizard character. I didn't like this sketch, so I just covered it with these swatches for these colorful microns that I bought during February, whatever you want to call it. And I did some swatches down here. Probably don't think I'll ever finish that game because, you know, I stopped because I couldn't finish it. There's a whole video on it if you want to hear more about my experience. But these are characters from that game. This is just a bunch of random stuff. Some fortune cookies. This is the swatches for a painting I did for Easter. If you watched my, or actually our music video of my friends, they did like an interpretive dance of a song for like Easter, like Christian Easter, and I did a painting for Easter and we made a music video. If you saw that video, these are paint swatches from when I was painting that painting. Some stickers. This is from a pair of pajamas. This is from a watermelon. Also from that pair of pajamas. I generally don't actually remember where I got that from. That might also be from the pajamas. This is from a book. Got a cutting board. This is a gift card that was used, and this came off of a can opener package. And this is some lyrics from a song that was given to us during a Bible study, and I just doodled all over it, so I like the doodles, so I just taped it in. This is a collage, and I have quite a few collages in this one. This is off of like different tea and hot chocolate like wrappers and containers and stuff. And then I like drew like some stuff, and yeah. I really like doing collages, so that's what this is. And then I just had fun with stickers on this. My inner child. I don't remember what this was from, It's from a painting, but I don't know what it is. It might have been one of my February ones, but I think I taped all those in that sketchbook, so I'm not sure what this was for. But this is a collage. I did watercolor, and then I glued in some different papers, and I drew this on a separate piece of paper, and then I colored it with marker, and I cut around it and cut it in, and cut around it and glued it in. I'm still really happy with this one. I like this one. This came off of an advertisement, and this is from a tissue box, I think. And I just like drew on the back of the thing. It's a little like sign. This is a sketch. You can kind of hardly see it. It's a loose sketch for a small painting I did for someone's birthday. They liked Harlem and Narnia, so I was doing the little girl riding Aslan. This was just a sketch. I wasn't really happy with this sketch, but it's a thing. This is from some sparkling water drinks we get from Aldi. This is from some tea. This is from Aldi's version of Pop-Tarts. This is from gum, and then, you know, just some stickers. I thought that was fun. A sketch of Benjamin from my game Bun Bun Bouquets. Here's some doodles of some characters from when I was a kid. This is Ren, this is Kohana, this is May, this is Mako, and this is May. This was just a drawing. She looks kind of like Reina from Fields of Mystria if she was an elf. So on this side, this was an attempt at a charm, but I fricked it up. A string plastic charm, but I fricked it up with the ladybug. So I'll have to do this again sometime. This is for a pair of earrings that I made. This is also for the pair of earrings, and this is just some swatches. And this is a picture that I kind of worked on over time. And this sketchbook was a little different. I'll like draw a bunch of stuff, and then when I get bored, I'll go back and work on it some more instead of finishing it and going to the next one. So this one I sketched, and I had that sketch for like months, and then I like inked it, and then I waited a while again, and then I colored it in. So I didn't do it all at once. I do quite like this one though. I like the cool color scheme. Here's another picture that I did. It's pen and watercolor, a cardinal and some flowers and a butterfly. Also, if you hear a dog barking, I apologize. It's the neighbor's dog. This is an alien design. I went through this thing where I thought maybe I would do like a sci-fi type universe or a game or something. I might still do that someday. Don't know what I'll do with this character, but these are like some notes and inspirations and like some kind of, I guess, sketching. Like what I went through. This is the first one, the second one, the third one, and the fourth one. And then we have some like notes about what I can do, and yeah. So I was actually quite proud of this because I don't really do like aliens and creatures like this, so I'm actually really happy how this turned out. This is some sketches for me to get used to drawing some characters. This was for my boyfriend's birthday. He wanted a wallpaper, like a computer wallpaper. So I did that. Oh, this book's starting to get a little sad right there. It's a good thing I finished it. I didn't end up using Gengar or Garchomp. I ended up going with Gardevoir, like Mega Gardevoir, like a mega shiny Gardevoir. But yeah, they're having a little tea party. If I remember, I'll pop the image on the screen so you can see it. This was a Sakura prompt, and I drew Benjamin having some carrots and having a little basket of flowers. I think this is cute. It's not my favorite drawing. It's a little messy, but it's okay. This is some like patterns. I made these little handmade hairpin clip things for my friend's birthday, and this is some patterns for it. This was me going through something. Don't worry about that. Just some sketchy doodles. I really like this little guy. He's from a game that I was gonna make and then ended up not making at all. Little mermaid, just some random stuff. This is some sketches for a game jam game that I ended up not making. I'm trying to remember if this was the game that I ended up doing, the bug hunt game, or if this was something else. I don't remember, but this was for a Game Jam game, and I never made this specific game, so I actually don't remember what Game Jam this is for anymore. Now we have Mermaid, and I did not do Mermaid in its own sketchbook. I did some in here, and then I did some in a different sketchbook, which was just in pen. That book's also almost entirely filled, so you're going to get a lot of sketchbook tours in the next couple of weeks, probably. This one I actually just colored like a few days ago, and you see like what I mean by, yeah. This one I sketched around Mermaid, but then I inked it like a couple weeks ago, and then I colored it last week. So this, I've been doing a lot of going back and forth, which isn't what I normally do. This is actually a sticker that I made out of, like, you know, like a mail label print. I did the line art, and then I cut it out, and then I colored it with markers. So I made these, and this as a sticker. Because I don't have any mermaid stickers. And this was just like a little sketchy, doodly background. And here's a spread of one mermaid. And I used India ink for the background. I used watercolor and some like glitter paint for her hair, because it does glisten a bit. I don't know if I can get the light to catch it. Kinda, because I'm looking across the room really to see. And I added some sequins and some of this little like bead, you know, like those like really cheap plastic bead necklace things that are like kind of like molded together. Yeah, so I added some of those for like the jewelry. And this is pen. And then some like gel pen. This is a little ramen mermaid. I wanted to go with my ramen fairy, because I had a ramen fairy. Actually, I had two ramen fairies during February. Actually, the book's over here. I can show you them real quick. Let's see. Yes. We have these ramen fairies. So we have a ramen mermaid to go with them. And this is from like an actual ramen cup, and I just doodled around it. And then we have a tea mermaid, and then this is from a tea box, and some like doodles, and this is from the tea box as well, to be like little tag for the tea bag, and she's in the tea, which I've seen people do like tea mermaids and tea dragons and stuff before, so it's not really an original idea, but I thought it was cute. I doodled these at some point, just some hats. She ended up looking like a carrot, which was not my intention. But it works, I guess. And I really like the colors in this one. Yeah, I don't have much to say about this one except for I like it. More doodles on this side. This has nothing to do with the mermaids. And these are supposed to be like sisters. And one has a cool color palette, and she lives in the ocean, and she has a warmer color palette, and she lives like in a pond or like on the shore, like, or some, probably like more like in a lake. And she's holding a shell, which would come from her, and she's holding flowers, which would come from her. And yeah, I thought this was a cute little idea. Let me actually, it'd be easier if I just flip it in editing. I'm gonna be upside down for a second. But we're gonna flip it. Okay. And then we have this, which is an octopus mermaid. And I really wanted it to not look like Ursula, so I went out of my way. She still ended up with purple, because it just fit how she looked. But I wanted to make sure she did not look like Ursula, so I went out of my way to make sure she's not Ursula-esque. So I'm actually quite happy with how this one turned out. In theory, it's kind of weird looking, but for what I went for, this is pretty much what I wanted. So I'm actually quite happy with this one. A pen drawing of a bunch of flowers. I'm actually quite happy with how these flowers turned out. I like inking. Inking's fun. And over here, this is from tissue boxes. This is from an old business card of mine. This is from a tea box, and then I just filled it in with like little doodles and this little sticker right here. I actually really like that collage. And then on this side is another drawing or set of drawings of Bunflower from my game. I'm pretty happy how these turned out. And then over here, I did some gouache and pen paintings of some fruit. So strawberry, a pomegranate, an apple. And I taped this in so that way when you draw on the other side of these pages, it won't push against it and then mess up the picture on this side. So this is just some parchment paper like you cook with, and I just tape it in. There's some Scotch tape and there's some washi tape. And this is my favorite character out of my Bun Bun Bouquets universe. This is Forgetta. And I really liked how this turned out, which is why I didn't want it to get messed up by the scratchiness of gouache, because gouache can be a bit chalky. I'm really happy with this spread, I guess. And here's some pen and watercolor drawings of some mushrooms. I'm really happy with this. I think it has like that nice warm aesthetic. It doesn't look as old-timey as I would have liked because my art style is still slightly cartoony, so it doesn't look as realistic as some of the drawings that I like to do in pen, but I'm still happy with it. And you can kind of see from what I'm looking at on my screen, this is supposed to be my two cats as like characters. So this is Junimo, and I have him kind of like in like a butler type outfit with the bow tie, because if he was to have a job, that's what I picture. And we have our fluffy one, who's bigger than Junimo. His name is Jazargo, and he's named after like a cat wizard from Skyrim. So I gave him a little wizard outfit with puffy pants because he's really fluffy and he looks like he has puffy pants if you look at him. So that's just some sketches of my cats. Here I just wanted to draw some like chibi emotions. And while I didn't watch the Mark Curley video from like 15-20 years ago now, these are definitely heavily inspired by the Mark Curley tutorial. Actually, I think he had two back in the day. I just want to like doodle some emotions, and I think they came out really cute. I really like this one. This one I think is my favorite, the shocked one, out of all of these. And the second one is probably either this one or that one. These are my favorite three. Another pen drawing that somehow got orange on it from here. But oh well, I guess. What's this? Here we go. This is just pen. And this is a collage. This is some foam. This is some stickers and papers. And it's a very mixed media collage that I made. Not my favorite one, but I still like it. Here's another like pen and watercolor picture. This one I actually just watercolored like 2 days ago, but the pen sketch has been there since, what's this say? July. And I just colored it in. Like, I've been really going back and forth in this book. Here's like a little drawing of a sunflower, marker, and colored pencil. This is a washi tape that came off of some packaging from some stickers I got from Mira Byler. There's some other stickers. These are swatches for this. And then this is me writing down the creatures I have in a universe I'm slowly building for Audrey. And this is one of the creatures. It's called a bush bovine. It's inspired by Highland cows. I really love the Bangs cows. They're really cute. And this is a creature in that universe. I really like it. I really love this part, the mess, like the flower on top of this. I think it's really cute. And this is a spread of a character of mine named Ren May. She's a character I made when I was like 12 or 13 years old. And at the time I'm recording this, I'll be 30 in a week. So she is like 15 to 18-ish, something there, years old. This character. And she was part of a Magical Girl comic I wanted to make, but I never made it. And these are her little sidekicks. There's lots of characters for this, but she's the only one I made a spread of. Maybe I'll do more in the next sketchbook. I don't know. Here's a little Pal World spread. So this is a collage on this side, because we had like marker and stuff on this page, so bled through, so I couldn't just draw without like a bunch of bleed through. So I just like put some papers, whoopsie doodles. I put some papers and some washi tapes and stuff, and I drew a chillet on a separate piece of paper and cut them out and put them in here. And on this side is some of my other favorites from Pal World. I love Erbil. I don't love that most of the eggs I found of like the leaf type have been Erbil. That's getting on my nerves, but I like Erbil. They're very cute. And Dazzy keeps taking kills. I need to tell Dazzy to calm down. But I really like Dazzy. They're really cute. But this is some Pal World, guys. And this is another like collage I just did like with craft like papers and stickers and washi tapes. And this is a character from the same universe as her. She's also in that universe. She is like the princess in like this cat tribe. It's a whole thing. I might do something with the story, so I don't want to say too much. But she's important. And I was redrawing some things out of nostalgia, so she's important to the story. It was really nostalgic drawing her in like my style. She's really cute. I like her. Her name is Mika. And then we have some more collages. This is just from a vitamin bottle, like the box and like the label on the bottle. Don't ask why. I just wanted to cut it up and make a spread of that. It makes no sense. Don't ask questions. This one is from a cereal box. So these pieces here are from a cereal box for like Aldi's version of Raisin Bran. And then I added some papers and some stickers, and I did some like dots of marker and stuff. It made a little collage out of it. I actually really like this one. This is one of my favorite collages in the book. Is there a page after this? No. No, okay. And this is some sketches and concept art for the game I'm currently working on. I'm not going to talk too much about it because I'm still working on it. But if you want to see what's going on, I've been live streaming it. So if you want to see me work on this game, that's my current like big stream project right now. Then I have just some pen sketches. I mean, they started off as pencil, but they're pencil. Well, I guess we could say pencil and pen sketches. Some of it was for the game, some of it was just to draw. At the Bible study I'm at, there's this frog that loves to scream, and someone said he was a Christian frog doing his own Bible study, so I did a little frog pastor. I think he's cute. Pastor Frogums, we love him. Did a parasolia and some other like little things. A little rain on a little fuego down in the corner over there. And then we have this spread of pen drawings. I quite like these pen drawings. I'm looking at them, trying to think which one is my favorite out of all of these. Out of all of these, it's either going to be the Cosmo or the Daffodil. Yeah, I really like both of those. I like all of them though. And the last page, which apologies for the lighting. The sun's going in and out. For this last page, I just did some autumn things because I am ready for pumpkin spice. This heat in the south is killing me. And I just drew like a pumpkin with some mushrooms and a leaf and more pumpkin, mushrooms and leaves and sunflower. Which this is a real sunflower, by the way. If you've only ever seen the yellow ones, there are variegated sunflowers. They're very pretty. And that is the book. It's a chunky boy. And I'm glad I finished it because I see some of the pages are starting to like get loose in there. So this is the second one of these I'm using, and this one looks like the pages are getting a little more opinionated. Not gonna fall out necessarily, but they are getting a little opinionated. But we can retire this book. Unfortunately, it means I have to retire this sticker, which is one of my favorite Sakura stickers. Sakura, please. I don't know if you watch my videos, but if you do, please restock that one. It's so cute. But yeah, that is the sketchbook. And I have another one that I'm going to decorate, which will probably be the video after this one. And it is the same paper, but it's smaller because they didn't have the square one that I wanted. They only had this one, and I didn't want to wait anymore. So it is a bit smaller. Again, apologies for the lighting. The lighting here is garbage. So, yeah. I hope you had a good time. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.